Every year, they do 30 million deliveries to customers. Each delivery costs them between $10 to $15. The devices are not connected to the internet. They know nothing about the actual consumption and have no way to know when to deliver. So they have a dumb delivery schedule once or twice a month, sometimes with no need, sometimes too late, which causes them 50% of unnecessary rides, which is a $50 million waste. We are helping this kind of company to proactively open its eyes and cut this kind of loss. This example is common to companies that deal with appliances, such as coffee machines, water bottles, freezers, refrigerators, etc. Here are the vendors we are already connected to, the brands we are already connected to, solving for each of them different pain points related to supply, service, or maintenance needs, and enabling them to understand for the first time about the consumption, everything about their behavior and consumption, as I said. So what we do, we enable vendors and manufacturers to make data-driven decisions based on real-time usage. So what is our solution? We make dumb devices smart and change the way vendors and consumers connect. We convert electric consumption patterns into meaningful business insights. And the best part, it's a plug-and-play solution. You can see the plug out there. We don't touch the device hardware. So how do we do that? We add a small plug to a coffee machine, for instance, track the electric consumption every second, and save the data to the cloud. Every machine action will have a different fingerprint, a different ECG. For example, a cappuccino will look like this and will be 17 seconds, and espresso will look like this and will be 11 seconds, and so on. We use machine learning to learn machines. Here's another example. Let's have a coffee break. Smell the coffee. One of our customers is an office coffee services company. Last month, they signed a contract to provide 600 coffee machines to one big customer. The deal is based literally on a pay-per-use business model. Without Youtiligent, they'll need to write every month to every device to read the counter to understand exactly how much to charge. And this is insane. It's 2019 after all. The new economy is shifting to new recurring revenue business models, such as pay-per-use, flexible pricing, and product as a service. Companies understand the value of recurring revenue business models, but in a lot of ways, they're still not ready for it. With Youtiligent, this can happen today. Our connected consumer solution is a new way vendors can literally talk to their appliances. And what about saving the world? We are changing the way companies are planning the driving routes, reducing the number of rides in around 30%, making the planet greener. It's a true pollutant-reducing disruptive revolution. Here is our amazing team. We have 121 years of accumulated experience to help us make things happen. So where are we standing now? We had a $1.3 million seed round, pre-seed round, led by Cornerstone and the Israeli Innovation Authority. We are connected already to 7 brands. We have a PCT patent. We'll be connected to 500 devices by the end of this year, and we are running a SaaS business model. We are looking to raise between $2 to $3 million in order to connect 10,000 devices and to reach 100K MRR by the end of next year. And as I said, we use machine learning to learn machines. So our next step is to connect industrial appliances such as CNC machines and to provide the factories real-time data about every machine and every employee at every shift. And a moment about our competitive advantage. So as I said, it's a plug-and-play solution. Think about the water company. If they need now to connect 2.5 million devices, they need to take 2.5 million devices to the laboratory to assemble it. And this is, of course, impossible. With our plug, it's just a plug-and-play solution. 20 seconds, every device is now smart. Of course, it fits all kinds of appliances. It's not limited to any specific one, and it's a very cost-effective solution. Let's see a short movie before we end it.
How can you be so... We live in a connected ecosystem, but most of our appliances, such as coffee machines and water dispensers, aren't connected at all. This obviously leads to frustration and waste for vendors and service providers.
Is there a but now to this whole spiel?
Yeah, sure. But now, Youtiligent has a solution that'll make your dumb appliances smart. A simple plug-and-play device tracks the real-time electric consumption. Once inserted, this smart plug detects electric usage and sends the data to the cloud.
Could somebody please tell me what the cloud is?
The internet?
Why didn't you just say that?
Let's get a cup of coffee. With Youtiligent, every function of this coffee machine has a different fingerprint. No, not that kind of fingerprint. It records how many cups of coffee have been made.
So I can actually schedule a service now?
You don't need to. It's done automatically because we know everything about your consumption.
Hear that?
Take the guesswork out of your routines by letting Youtiligent make your dumb devices smart with a connected consumer solution.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, gentlemen. Good job. All right. 接下来进行提问环节. So next Q&A time.
I'll ask first. Advertise. Thank you very much. I wanted to know, is the customer for the product just talking about coffee, Starbucks, or the machine maker of the coffee machines that would be used in Starbucks, or both?
So the answer is both, but we are starting with the service providers. These service providers has tons of different machines from different manufacturers. So we are manufacturer agnostic. We don't care who is the manufacturer, because I think you're asking what will be when the machine will already be smart. So the wisdom is not in the smart machine, and of course it's not in the plug. The wisdom is in the insights that inferred and analyzed from the data. So even if the machine gives data like cappuccino, espresso, they won't give all the insights about the increase or decrease of consumption and the inventory that is managed at the customer's home. So here we come, and with a one connected consumer, we can help all these kind of vendors to really understand and be connected to the appliances.
It's a very smart solution. How do we charge a customer?
It's a monthly subscription.
How much?
It depends on which industry. It's around $15 to $25 for the food and beverage industry, monthly, of course, fee. And for the industrial, for the CNC machines, it could be around $100 per machine per month.
What's the cost of the hardware?
The hardware is nothing. It's around $20. We're now manufacturing in Wuzhen.
1 month's payback.
Sorry?
So you can get the cost back in 1 month.
Yes. And of course, it depends on, now it's a 2G, and we are now manufacturing now the 4G. And that's important to say. We did the whole POC with a plug and play, with an off-the-shelf plug. We are not interested in making hardware. We just manufactured this own plug because we didn't find any plug, even in China, that has a SIM card, only a Wi-Fi. So now we're manufacturing our own. We'll be very happy to buy an off-the-shelf small plug that has a smart meter sensor that can just track the electric consumption every second.
So just to ask, so you're going to have, so Starbucks is going to want this because they're going to reduce their energy consumption, or because they will pay a different fee to the manufacturer, the hardware they use, or both?
Nothing to do with the energy consumption, only to understand like how many cups of coffee have been drank, to understand the actual consumption at every point. Nothing to do with the electric consumption. Just by electric consumption, we understand what the machine is doing.
Okay, all right, time's up. Thanks, Mr. Barsky.
Thank you.
Thank you.